यार लाइक मुझे नहीं पता, अभी मुझे गिल्ट सा आ रहा है। आई मीन लाइक आई डोंट नो कि मुझे क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए। एंड पहले मुझे ऐसे लगता था कि ना लाइफ बहुत ज़्यादा सिंपल है। आई मीन जब तक मैं स्कूल में थी तब तक मुझे जेन्युइनली लगता था कि यार लाइफ कितनी सिंपल है। बस स्कूल जाना है, घर आना है, पढ़ना है और बस। इतना नहीं सोचना पड़ता कि आगे क्या करना है, करियर में क्या करना है, लाइफ में एग्जैक्टली मुझे क्या चाहिए, लाइक मैं सही डायरेक्शन में हूँ या भी नहीं, मतलब वो भी नहीं सोचना पड़ता। एंड आई थिंक द वियर्डेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ बीइंग इन योर 20s इज़ दैट सडनली एवरी वंस लाइफ स्टार्ट लुकिंग डिफरेंट। स्कूल में तो सब ऑलमोस्ट सेम चीज़ कर रहे होते, सेम क्लासेस, सेम एग्जाम, सेम हॉलीडेज़। बट अब किसी को जॉब मिल गई है, कोई हायर स्टडीज़ कर रहा है, कोई बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर रहा है, कोई शादी कर रहा है, कोई बस घर पे बैठ के फिगर आउट कर रहा है कि भाई करना क्या है। And I'm somewhere in the last category sometimes, like I have things that I want to do, I have ideas, I have goals, but the problem is sometimes I have too many things in my head. ऐसे लाइक आज लगता है हाँ दिस इज़ व्हाट आई वांट टू डू, फिर कुछ दिन बाद लगता है नहीं यार मुझे आई शुड डू समथिंग एल्स। एंड देन you see someone else doing really well and suddenly you start questioning your own decisions. मे बी मुझे भी यही करना चाहिए, मे बी मैंने टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया है, मे बी मैं लेट हूँ। एंड दिस guilt is so strange because sometimes you're not even doing anything wrong, you are just figuring things out, but because everyone around you seems to be moving, you start feeling like you should also have perfect plan in your life. And I think that's where I've been getting stuck sometimes. I think that I need to have one perfect answer what exactly I'm going to do with my life, but honestly I don't think I have that answer yet. And maybe that's okay, because if I'm being completely honest with myself, I'm still figuring out like what I like, what I don't like, what kind of work I actually want, what kind of life I want. And maybe instead of feeling guilty about not knowing all of this already, I just figuring out the things, and I should probably give myself some time to actually figure it out. So if you are in your 20s and right now you are still struggling and you are so confused at what you want to do in your life at your 20s, please, 20s are only for the experimenting with yourself. It's you are not in your 30s that you have so many responsibilities right now. You are in your 20s only. So please just relax yourself for some time, realizing that maybe I don't need to have everything figured out right now, like because earlier when I felt confused I used to think something was wrong with me, like why don't I know what I want, why can't I just decide one thing and stick to it. But now I'm trying to look at it little different. Maybe confusion doesn't always mean you are lost. And honestly I have changed so much in the last few years that I can't expect myself to have the same dreams or the same priorities that I had when I was 18 or 19. जो चीज़ तब इम्पॉर्टेंट लगती थी मे बी अब नहीं लगती, जो चीज़ तब बिल्कुल नहीं चाहिए थी मे बी आई एम एक्चुअली इंटरेस्टेड इन इट. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स लिटरली सो नॉर्मल. Like we are allowed to change our minds, we are allowed to try something and realize nahi, this isn't for me. We are allowed to start again, and maybe that's something I need to remind myself more often, because sometimes I look at my life and only see the things that haven't happened yet. But if I actually stop and look back, I have also changed a lot. I have learned things, I've experienced things, I've made mistakes, I've tried things that didn't work, and all of this is also part of figuring out yourself. So maybe I don't need to be so hard on myself for not having one perfect plan. Maybe right now I just need to keep trying things and see what feels right, because honestly I think I'm still becoming the person I'm supported to be. And maybe that's what your 20s are actually for. And honestly I don't know if I'll have everything figured out even a year from now. Maybe I'll change my mind again, maybe I'll try something else, and no, yeah, this isn't for me. Maybe I'll start something completely new. Maybe tomorrow also I can start. And earlier the thought used to scare me. Ab lagta hai maybe that's okay, because I think we are putting so much pressure on ourselves to have this perfect life plan when life itself keeps changing, because it's unpredictable. Look at me. If you had asked me a few years ago where I thought I'd be today, I probably wouldn't given you a completely different answer, and that's okay. I think right now I just want to focus on what's actually in front of me. What can I learn? What can I try? What makes me feel like I'm actually moving forward? And maybe I don't need to know where all of this is going yet. I can just take the next step. I think that's something I'm learning about myself too. I don't want to spend my 20s being scared that I'm doing something wrong with my life. I want to actually experience it, try things, make mistakes, change my mind, start again, and maybe someday I'll look back at this version of myself and realize that she wasn't as confused as she thought she was. She was just figuring out things, and honestly, I think that's what I'm doing right now. Still figuring it out, that what I want to have in my life, and for once, I'm trying to be okay with that. So if you are in your 20s, I would beg you that please, you are just in your 20s right now. You have so much of time, and trust me, there are so many around us who haven't yet figured out life what they want. Even if they are in a good job now, still they are struggling that whether they have to do that or they don't have to do that. Take the risk. Try as much as you can, because then only you will realize that what you have to do.